accept its history for what it's
Right,
worth.
but I think we all do that. Every country throughout history, it's like human nature. We kill each other, we do horrible things. Like, this isn't just America.
The Patriot Act was created after 9/11. It allows federal agents to investigate suspected cases of terrorism swiftly in order to better protect our country. But one Granville County mother says it gives the federal government too much leeway. Her son was taken into federal custody 2 months ago. She can't get him out, and she can't get any answers.
And in the Impact segment tonight, the Council on American Islamic Relations, known as CAIR, released guidelines for, quote, flying while Muslim for American Muslims making the pilgrimage to Mecca. This after 6 imams were removed from a U.S. Airways flight after passengers and flight attendants were alarmed by their behavior. The airline investigation found that there was no ethnic or racial profiling, but the imams are not satisfied.
The religion of each individual is one of the most segregated aspect of human interaction. It numbs the notion of, oh, you're Muslim and I'm a Christian. We can't get along, we can't talk because
my God and your
my God is
You
not the
worship
same.
different demons.
So I think
all
that
worship.
all of this misunderstanding of each other is the key core of it is religion, and
Do you think it was designed for control?
yes,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's separation. It's not really about control. It's designed for separation. Within that separation,
That's
they get control.
But that's control.
Well,
No.
Yeah, no, he's
With-
about divide and conquer.
Yeah,
That's
within, it's like you and there, everybody there fighting.
sides fight, a
Everybody's,
third- a
I'm just
third side
sneaking through.
wins.
I'm just sneaking through calmly, watching both of y'all fighting. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna set up a post here and I set up a post there. I'm gonna set up a prison there and set a prison there. And when y'all fight, I'm gonna put you in a prison. Someone
Well, you've got
sneaks in
colonization
between.
right there. I mean, that's how Africa was
so
formed. That's how the countries and were drawn.
in that notion, the world leaders, not just America, not just England, not just the world leaders, they're all a part of a coup, or part of a elite where they look at the human race as just
Pawns.
Essentially, the chattel.
yeah, we cattle just
Debt slaves.
and they with the intelligence of knowledge, knowing how to manipulate every situation of our daily lives, including food, water, shelter, clothing, everything.
But what if
we
religion
don't.
was manufactured? What if it's
It was.
manufactured?
Well, it is. It's the
not
nature.
real.
It's the
But
nature
we
of the
don't see
monetary
it
system we're
evolve
talking
from
about.
primates.
Correct, but this is why we're talking about it, because if it's manufactured for distraction to keep you from the true creative
Right.
self that you are,
Right.
which you look at our society and all we have is electronic pollution to keep our minds busy.
Right.
Instead of what Buddhists or Tibetans, keeping your mind still. The only way to be creative is to keep a still mind. How can you do that when you got an iPad in your ear and a computer in your brain and,
Oh, hold
and
on.
I got
I've one-
electromagnetic
I
fields up your
I
ass?
have one thing to say.
but
Know
that's
who
how
your
brains
enemies
work
are.
in magnetic field.
That's the only way you
Not
can.
with electronics.
The mass need to know who their enemy are. That's what they need to do. Know who's the enemy, not each
Who is
other,
it?
not we as people here. Knowing the higher realm of
Powers and
who our
principalities and
enemies are,
hordes of wickedness in
and
high
not
places.
only just by talking about it, try to tap into our inner self to overcome these so-called hierarchies or this whole cloak of a nation or a society that need to go down.
You're talking about the shadow people, or
Yes,
the
yes.
lunatics, the
Everything
Illuminati,
behind,
people call them
everybody
Illuminati,
behind the
banking
scene,
cartel.
I have
they
to
need to.
disagree. I think like you were saying, religion is created. I think like what Sean was saying about the United States and the Constitution is that it had a higher goal. It was for the welfare of all peoples.
I agree.
But people have maybe
Which
manipulated it for their own potential means. Religion, I think, has been manipulated by people, but I don't think religion in itself, spirituality, or belief in God is a negative thing.
No,
Just like believing in the
Religion and
Constitution as a
spirituality are
document.
different things.
Two different
But
things.
you're saying religion, and I think you're throwing around
Well,
the
there's 12
idea
different- let's say
that
there's 12
believing
different
in
religions.
something that's higher or that another power means that you are a part of some coup to take over. No, I think that having a religious belief doesn't necessarily make you a pawn in some scheme. I think that beliefs come from people's faith, and that not necessarily every part of every religion believes that because you're a Christian, you're a Jew, and you're a Muslim, that they're all different gods. I think there are people that believe in this day and age, in modern days of religion, that those all gods are, one shared spirit or unity or whatever. I think it's
Correct.
wrong to take the idea of religion and confuse it with spirituality or a belief in God.
No, but what you said what you said a while ago literally is basically you're mixing spirituality with religion.
But
It's two different aspects.
religion tries to do.
With religion trying
Tries
to,
to do
you're
that.
right, religion
Yeah.
trying to give you,
Eternity
Right.
of human spirit.
According to what
And
she
the
said,
essential essence of our
Every
of the
organization,
universe.
religion
if
is
religious
trying to prove the
groups
same
did
That's
thing.
what it's for.
then
Like,
there
for-
wouldn't be war in Palestine.
As long
Here's
the thing,
Israelis
each
and
of
the
us-
Muslims
Agreed.
realized they
What's
were
really
the
that's
same.
interesting about this whole conversation right now, because you have to understand one irony. We started with the monetary system.
Right, now we're going on
Right?
to-
Now, where was the money kept in the ancient days?
Vatican.
yeah, in
In the temple.
the church.
That's right, in the temple.
In the
right.
temple, okay?
And
Money
without-
and God.
separate-
Yeah,
It's the same.
and
very
religion
The
and
word
state
worship, the
now.
word worship
But
comes
religion
from
and state
worship
are-
that they would do in the temple. Which actually,
boring.
as far as I know,
Also
which had to do
prostitution.
with gold, with
Prostitution
the
also took place
alchemist.
in the temple. That's where you,
Well,
that's where you
that's
think-
where
Oh, yeah, that's where the
I think that's where a lot of the
sacred-
bankers come from.
The sacred
But
virgins
12
are
different
all
religions with a
prostitutes.
Messiah on the 25th. There's 12 different with the same. I want to say the same
Yeah, you're
model.
talking about sure, sure. What
all-
were you gonna say? What were you saying?
True.
It's true.
I was just saying, but once religion and
Because when the
state
sun
were,
comes up,
or were one
threat of
entity,
death.
now
Some
night
say that they
brings
are.
is
That's
over.
why they
Some
put a
say-
pyramid on the dollar bill, which is frankly an
But that's Illuminati
it's an Illuminist
sign.
or Masonic symbol going back
Right.
to ancient
Masonic, they
Egypt
were
of power, of a
heavy
hierarchy.
Masonic.
But at the same time, maybe we can
but
invert
Freemasonry
this.
is like a whole.
Let's invert this whole thing. Let's think otherwise. Don't think about who
Let's
are my
think in terms of
enemies.
our own-
Don't think about enemies like
How can we make a
we're gonna
difference?
tear those down. The enemy is the one who's not propounding a, let's say, development of America as a country, as a nation, towards productivity, towards the idea of future, of being able to reproduce in future without being complete debt slaves, the idea of a credit-based system,
Yeah.
the idea of actually having high, let's say, an elevation across the board of our society.
We cannot
Physically,
And also-
physically as well as technologically. Because I agree with you, technologically we're much farther advanced than we were in 1970. But in terms of the physical infrastructure, for most people, I don't think that most people have the great prospect of being able to afford their own house or, even, frankly, pay off their debts in their lifetime at this point.
We must focus on a higher consciousness and creativity.
Yes!
We must focus on a higher consciousness and create, and not dwell on negativity. See, I can't come out here and if we all keep raising, this guy's bad, these people are wrong, this corporation's bad. We know that. Great. What we need to do to affect a change as humans
comes from
is start
within.
taking action. Clear your own temple. Make your own spirit, your own head quiet. Increase your own creativity and be a contribution of a positive consciousness so we can have an effect on the nation and globally. Because if enough people tap into their higher
Exactly,
consciousness,
true change
we
comes
can
from
affect the
within on an
change.
individual level, and that's the mistake that
already
everyone's
are
been making for eons, is thinking that you can change or improve the world by telling other people what to do.
Yeah.
It starts with us as individuals.
It starts with us. You have the power. All right? We can agree on that much, right?
Right,
Sure.
right.
All right, good. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's what's really going on.
We now return control of your television set to you. Until next week at this same time, when the control voice will take you to